Welcome to my next Big Bang Theory Season 12 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important, if you aren't caught up to the point where I am every watching or watching The Big Bang Theory, or you're just entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case, you find that you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this detailed review any further to avoid any potential spoilers. This will be The Big Bang Theory, Season 12, Episode 13. The title of this episode is called The Confirmation, Polarization, and this will be my review reaction recap after just finishing watching the episode. Sheldon and Amy present a new episode of Fun with Flags where they are accepting viewers' emails. They receive an email from the Fermi Lab near Chicago. The email is about their research paper on super asymmetry, and the work by the Fermi Lab employees have confirmed their theory. When Sheldon and Amy realize that their theory has been proven, they start shouting, "We did it! We did it! We did it!" over and over. The rest of the gang are just coming up the stairs and hear their celebration, thinking that the Coopers just had sex again, but it's not Amy's birthday. The rest of the gang is now in the apartment when Howard says that Bernadette has some exciting news. She says she doesn't want to brag, but so nobody asks her about it, which makes Bernadette angry. The drug that she has been working on for 5 years has been accepted by the FDA and now can be marketed. She has a new anti-inflammatory drug that has no side effects, but she doesn't think it is that effective. Now Bernadette wants Penny to head up her sales team, though Penny doesn't think that she has enough experience. Penny wants to discuss it later, while Bernadette is determined that she takes the job. Sheldon and Amy burst in with their great news. First, the gang thinks that they are still talking about sex. The two physicists at the Fermi Lab are conducting an experiment on kaon particle decay that actually supported their predictions on the higher order corrections pertaining to their asymmetry work. The sex topic Penny understood, while the kaon thing she does not, of course. Leonard tells Penny how proud he is of her being asked to head Bernadette's sales team. Penny isn't sure that it's the right move for her since she has to be working for a mean little Bernadette. Leonard knows that she can be difficult, but he is convinced that she can take anything Bernadette can dish out and give it back to her double. In President Siebert's office, he happily greets Dr. Fowler and Dr. Cooper and wants to hug them. Sheldon doesn't want to. Remember, Sheldon didn't like to touch anybody early in the show, but he gradually started to touch people. I blame Penny for that. And that is fine with Dr. Siebert anyway, who only wants his star scientists happy. He tells him that the Fermi Lab confirmation data makes their work a possible Nobel Prize winning effort. Fermi Lab is sending out their two colleagues, Dr. Pemberton and Campbell, to meet with them. Sheldon thinks it's wonderful that they are coming to LA to meet him. Sheldon and Amy would be Caltech's 39th and 40th Nobel laureates. Sheldon quickly takes dibs on the number 39. Why? Because he wanted to be first, I guess. Bernadette finished up a call with someone that she plans on killing because he or she tried to steal her office while she was on maternity leave. Penny comes in with some bad news. Her boss can't let her go to work on Bernadette's project. Bernadette suggests that she could talk to her and rip her a new one. Penny doesn't want Bernadette to interview, no ripping, and she doesn't want to leave her supervisor shorthanded. Bernadette accepts her loyalty as Penny very quickly exits. Amy comments that they are back in the room that they were married at the end of season 11. Sheldon thought that it was much more impressive when Mark Hamill was in it. President Siebert brings in Dr. Pemberton and Campbell, who conducted the kaon experiment. The Fermi Lab scientists are excited to meet Amy and Sheldon. One is played by Kyle Penn, and the other one is Sean Austin. Amy replies that she and Sheldon thought it might be decades before their theory was confirmed. The Fermi Lab scientists are more excited about seeing an episode of Ellen, the Ellen TV show, How Things Have Changed. Amy wonders how they were able to design an experiment when the paper was only published a few months previously. The Fermilab scientists' confirmation was an accident since they were working with kaons for a long time and their data made no sense. Another colleague led them to the Cooper-Fowler paper, which explained their data and proved the super asymmetry theory. Instead of losing their jobs, they got a trip to LA. Also, they don't understand the concept of super asymmetry, and the four of them are changing the face of physics together. In the cafeteria, the guys try to talk about Star Trek, Discovery, Walking Dead, and Black Mirror, but someone is behind in watching each of the series, and they don't want to hear any spoilers. Raj mentions the video of his dog barking at a pine cone he sent out, but Howard denies that he has seen it yet. Sheldon complains that Pemberton and Campbell and the press tour are taking credit for his and Amy's work. Raj retorts that no one gets credit for finding something accidentally, though Howard mentions that Christopher Columbus was looking for India, not America. Leonard adds that the Nobel Prize Board sometimes gives out the award to the experimentalists over the theorists. The Nobel Prize for the Big Bang Theory went to the scientists who first thought their sensors needed cleaning until it was pointed out that they were picking up the background radiation from a Big Bang. It did not go to the ones who came up with the actual theory. Penny was called into Bernadette's office to let her know that Bernadette spoke to her supervisor, who knew nothing about Penny's sales team offer. Penny counters that she had been taking the new antidepressant and that one of the side effects is lying. Bernadette wants to know why Penny doesn't want to work with her. She knows that she is tough, but that's because she is surrounded by useless idiots. Penny doesn't think that she is up to the project since her last one was for her high school yearbook, which never got published. Also, she'd be in charge of people who had college educations, unlike herself. Bernadette just wants her to be mean to them like she taught her. Sheldon finds Pemberton and Campbell having dinner and confronts them about trying to steal his Nobel Prize. They tell Sheldon that the super asymmetry is a breakthrough that will give them all a Nobel Prize and that they have to work together, since only 3 names can be on the Nobel Prize submission. Fermilab is going to submit Sheldon, Pemberton, and Campbell names and leave Amy out. The prize for physics, so that they plan on leaving out the neurological scientists. The Fermilab is submitting those 3 names and had the best chance if Caltech submits the same names. Sheldon leaves hoping that he is not the kind of guy that would sell out his partner/wife for a Nobel Prize. Discussing Penny's new job, Bernadette doesn't take kindly to Raj's comment that it's Penny's decision. Bernadette believes in Penny and wants to improve her, even if it's against her will. Look at what it did for Howard. He went from a disaster to a sexy astronaut with a hot wife. She thinks she's really good at changing people's minds, while her targets think it was all their idea. While they have dinner, Amy keeps asking Sheldon what is on his mind since he's not eating and keeps making clicking sounds with his tongue. He finally admits that the Fermilab people want to drop her name from the Nobel Prize submission, and that if both organizations provide the same team, they will have a much better chance of winning the award. After an initial "oh," she says that makes sense. Sheldon still objects. However, Amy loves Sheldon and doesn't want to be in the way of something that her husband really wants. This is what he's dreamed for. Amy just wants Sheldon to be happy. Penny finds Bernadette waiting for her. Penny asks how long she's been sitting there. Long enough for 2 people to ask if she was looking for her mother. Bernadette apologizes for trying to push her friend. She has also chosen her colleague Karen, who is stronger and more confident, and she steals Penny's yogurt. Penny admits that she is nervous about that, but she sees what Bernadette is doing and still agrees to take the job starting Monday morning. As Bernadette heads back down the stairs, she says to herself that she could make that girl president. Sheldon comes into Siebert's office to discuss their Nobel Prize submission. Sheldon insists that Caltech include Amy in their submission or not bother writing one at all. Siebert says that will start a fight with the Fermilabs. However, he respects Sheldon's decision and that Amy will be included. Sheldon is surprised, but Sievert tells him that he is there to serve their needs both academically and personally. Now, Sheldon is filled with a lot of nervous energy, so Sievert shows him where the new gymnasium is. Monday morning at the first sales team meeting, Penny describes herself as friends with Dr. Rostenkowski. Miss Cornhusker of 2001 still fits in the same jeans she did in 2001 and is the best damn salesperson there. She wants everybody to familiarize themselves with the specifications and marketing strategy for the new drug Infoflex. She then tells them to memorize everything and then move on out. Go, go, go. Bernadette was very impressed. Penny replies that she was damn right, that she was impressive. Bernadette tells her not to use that tone with her. Right, boss. And that's what ends this episode of The Big Bang Theory. So I'm going to score it an 8.5 out of 10. My character of the episode, I'm going to give it to Sheldon, although Penny was close. Just because Sheldon he wanted Amy to get as much credit for this Nobel Prize than him, so he doesn't want her omitted from that. So that was really good. Kind of some Sheldon growing up more. And then, as many of you know, I rate Penny because that's the reason why I started watching The Big Bang Theory. In this episode, I'm going to give Penny a 9.3 out of 10. Love Penny in this one. So you've heard everything that I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of The Big Bang Theory and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please don't forget to Hulk smash the like button, share the video with a friend, put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of The Big Bang Theory. What would you rate it? Who would be your character of the episode? If you want to rate Penny like I do, you can definitely do that in the comment section. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And you never know what you're going to see on JDevTV.